Hey Internet family, I'm here in Sedona. So this video is coming to you still in brainstorm and transition mode. I'm not even exactly sure what I'm going to say other than some key points. So first off, my work is changing. How do I describe what's going on to you guys? Because I want to keep you in the loop because we feel like community, and also this is my work. So both things. The community is the part that I'm not waiting till it's packaged and done to share with you. So here we go. The matrix that I jumped out of, academia, has a certain kind of decorum amongst teachers. And I'm a teacher. I'm meant to be a teacher, at least in my human self. Teachers, amazing teachers run in my family. And I think that true greatness comes from how you can help others grow and the ripples that you make. And I love teaching. However, some of my human wounds that I've had have been my receiving, and receiving is very difficult for me, and so I tend to sell myself short in lots of ways. And just this past week or so, I realized with strong understanding that I have been doing that in my work. And it has come at a new level of awakening, of course, because as more and more of me becomes conscious, I see places where I've been unconscious. And one of them is overgiving, under receiving. And I like to give. I really love to give energy, to give guidance. It feels like it's my purpose, one of the many purposes. We all have many. But my receiving is not as good as it was. So then over time, over a whole lifetime of this, from this lifetime and other lifetimes, including things like the magical wounds, of course, the pitchforks, those days were always rough days, and coming back into it fully, testing out certain paradigms, seeing what does and doesn't fit. What I've discovered is over the years, also coming through university system, and there's a decorum that you keep, and I like decorum. I like to keep graceful. I like to have beauty about me. It's one of the ways that I celebrate the divine, personally, even when nobody's around, and especially if I'm being seen. But one of the things I realized, I had blunted my fierceness. And I'll tell you why. Because when I'm fierce, I have a lot of energy. And I can get fucking fierce. I can get fierce, you guys. And I've never shown that side to you. And an awakening I've had, because you can't fake it. It has to be going on. You have to really be in it in order to feel that. But something I've realized over the past is that one of the reasons was divine feminine, divine masculine. Interactions don't ever be angry, always be pleasant, always be pleased, unless, it's really going down, you can't help it, which is when everyone freaks out. But because you won't be loved. And in relationships, many, not all, I've had some lovely times, whatever, but it's been enough to be a thing that as soon as I put my integrity foot down, even if it's not toward my partner, even if my partner sees me do it towards someone else, the fierceness scares them. And so for whatever reason, right? I don't know. I'll take responsibility for part of it if I need to, but it has just happened. And I will say, I'm never mean or abusive, just fierce, strong, not taking any shit, zero. And so I blunted that, of course. People are afraid of fierceness. Women being fierce. Oh, well, she must be a bitch. Oh, well, she must be hysterical. Oh, well, you can't believe her now that she is feeling strong emotion, especially strong bad emotion, strong bad emotion toward you. And one of the things with my online work is that I like to give energy. But sometimes there are some leechy folks. And you know what? Y'all might not want to hear this. Some of you will be like, yes, and some of you will not like it. But there are people out there who just want to feed on my energy all damn day and see me as a object and piece of never-ending chi that you don't have to have balance energy with, that you don't have to have integrity with, that you can just project all of your beliefs, good or bad. You either think I'm the most beautiful, wonderful, amazing, evolved person you've ever seen, so I can't be human, or something about me triggers you, so I must be straight evil to the bone. And you know what? I find that as I'm coming more into my integrity, the people who love all faces of me are around me. And also more with my work, I'm realizing too, I had to step away from all of it. I had to burn all of it down this past week because I realized that my receiving codes are so off and I'm telling people how to be. And that's not right. And it just doesn't work. Straight talk, my work is in a constant state of being underpriced historically. I will charge, for people who are doing similar stuff as me, I tend to charge about 10 times. 10 times what I do. 10! And I used to be proud of that, but now that I'm looking back, I'm like kind of embarrassed and ashamed that I was labeling myself so low. And it was because I wanted to be accessible to everyone, and I wanted to do things that everyone could afford. And I kept getting notes from people saying, I can't afford that, I can't afford that, I can't afford that. So incrementally, I was lowering and lowering and lowering my prices so I could be affordable and approachable. But I was suffering. I wasn't able to make ends meet. And the people who were buying these things from me weren't committed because it was just a few dollars. So, and some of you guys I know are amazing and are always amazing, and you know who you are, and I love you. And I'm not talking about everybody here, but I'm talking about ones that made a huge difference to me. And there were quite a few. Or who just completely inappropriate energetically, and because I didn't want to ever not seem the perfect, equanimable teacher, I would, be way too gentle than I should and not do a firm boundary. And so I have vampy type folks coming around. And I will say, if you've read Starseed Wilding, you know that I'm cool with the vampire archetype. I love vampires, but no one's going to vamp my chi. No, I give you guys energy through my work. And that's what I'm doing. It's a fountain for you. It teaches you the codes to get it yourself too. But I choose. And if it's a gift, it's one thing. And if it's a taking, then oh, hell no. And so what you're going to see in my work as a result of this, first off, is that you're going to see more of my fierceness. I'm not going to blunt myself out. I'm a pretty damn fierce person. And that's okay. I'm also realizing with the divine feminine, it's like, oh, don't be fierce. Oh, don't be sexy. Oh, don't. I was hanging out here in a swimsuit before I decided to make this video. This is just what I do. And so you're just going to see more rawness. And I think that that's a good thing. And if you don't like it, there's always people who kick back when I do these big growth integrity things. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Like, it's totally cool. Don't keep following my stuff. I'm not going to fight to keep people around because I'm changing. So my people will be changing too. And the things that I do offer are going so deeper. So I'm going to keep the classes that I had. I'm going to start releasing them one by one as a legacy series that you can just get on my website that will be there. And it's going to come to you in one email that tells you how to do it, tells you how to set your calendar, all the things. But me, what I'm doing, I'm jumping off the deep end in the here and now. And I'm going deep into the astral realm, and we're going to do multidimensional stuff, and we're going to do magic stuff, and we're going to bring it here to earth, and we're also going to go into our shadows and go into our pieces and our places and see what's up. And I'm also going to let you guys help me decide what I'm doing, because I know things I want to do, like for instance a whole series on the goddess arts of the body temple and beauty as a prayer and how we interact and how we treat ourselves and how we prioritize our lives. Also, of course, abundance stuff, because I'm figuring that out too with the whole I'm not buying what you're selling thing to many, if not most aspects of the current paradigm of what people say abundance is. For instance, I know mine is empty time, nature time, some social time, some solo time, not that much work time, not that much. I mean, I read the 4-Hour Work Week many years ago, and a lot of principles in that are great. Some of them I absolutely don't agree with. So it's just figuring out what our paradigm is individually, stepping into it. We're going to see what happens. That's what's going on with me. I'm in Sedona, sending you guys lots of love. Everyone's going through it right now. It's October. And yeah, we're getting through to the other side. It's just, we're splitting off, and I'm okay with that. And like I said, not everyone's going to like what I do. And I'm okay with that, because it's coming more and more from a grander and greater understanding of my soul and my body. And that means I care less and less about doing things because someone else will like them, and more about doing things because they are the right thing for me to do with my own divine calling within. And I know that you guys have them too, and that's the whole point of all of this. Bye.